There are approximately 2,000 international students at the Hanze. They are all involved in their own educational, social and private activities while they're studying in Groningen. So do you ever wonder what they do in their free time and how important self-development is? Well, let's check it out. Meet Natasha from Indonesia, who's the blogger for Groningen Live, and Jasmine from Canada, who's hosting a radio show called Happy Hour FM every Monday evening. So let's go meet Natasha.
I came here in September, and there's this like an international stands in your welcoming day. There are a lot of stands from international student associations, and there's also one stand from the Groningen Live, and they're saying that they're looking for a blogger, and then I sent a blog entry to them and they say they like it, so that's why I'm blogging. I usually start just by thinking what do I want to write this month, and then for example, if I want to write about an event, I can search for the events first, like what are the events this month, and then I can ask my friends to go there, and then in the event I usually take pictures what I think is interesting, and then I also write what I think about the event itself. When I blog, I found that some people take pictures to record stories in their stories in Groningen, or they also I don't know, a lot of things. Write poems. But blogging is also a nice way to record what I have done in Groningen, so I really like it. I like to write about my experience here, because I come from Indonesia and it's far and a lot of things are different here, so I like to write, for example, what it feels like the first time I got here in Groningen, and also the first time I'm far from home. And I also like to write about the events in Groningen, because Groningen is a special city, like it's a student city, so there are a lot of events that is especially for students, and I really like to share that because a lot of my friends are also studying in big cities like Den Haag or also Rotterdam, and I want to show that it's actually different here in Groningen. I do like the story that I write about how I come here, like the first time ever, because it really feels different, and when I talk with other international students, they also have the same kind of feeling. They say like it's kind of like a dream, something like that. They just still can't believe that they are already in Groningen. It makes me remember how I actually start here. I think I do learn a lot, because before I didn't write at all, so I think my writing skill has improved, because I have to think like, do the other audience understand what I'm trying to say? If you like to write, then why not? I mean, it's also a good way to share your experience to other people. I recommend other foreigners to come to Groningen because it's an international student city and all of the people are welcoming. So if you want to come to Groningen, don't hesitate.
So that was Natasha, and now let's move over to Jasmine at the radio.
I just started working at Oog Radio for Happy Hour FM, and I'm here from 6 to 7 every Monday. I'm responsible for co-hosting, which I love, and I also get to do the news at the same time. We kind of start planning maybe the weekend before, so Friday we'll start messaging each other, coming up with some ideas, trying to get hosts, guests for the show. I learned a lot about how to talk a lot without sounding boring, to try and get people interested in what you're saying. It's really hard, and especially when it's your own voice, you're listening to it over and over and over again, and then you're like, oh, do I really sound like that? Do I really breathe like that? Is that, and it's strange, but you really learn a lot. And I like the idea of being able to filter the news, of being a gatekeeper. Radio is a mix of being able to speak well about certain topics, but it's also about having that kind of enthusiasm for it. Radio is not always for everyone, but it's definitely a skill you can work on, and it's a good way to release, it's a good way, a form of expression. This radio station is a great opportunity for students, for international students, for people who don't have this kind of opportunity at home. It's really connected, and you really get to know what's happening at a station. The fact that 100 people or 1,000 people could be listening, you're just focusing on what you're saying with the person beside you, and that's really great.
Activities for international students with the Culture Committee of ESN.
I am
part of the study association KIK. So I make videos for them, and I help with promoting events, that kind of stuff. And also I have my own business.
I'm trying to set up my own clothing company. So for example, I'm wearing my own dress shirt and pants.
I do kickboxing and mixed martial arts, and I also go to the gym.
Hang out with my friends, go shopping, go outside, do sports, everything except studying and thinking about law or the library. Exciting.
Busy.
I would say intercultural.
Cozy.
Awesome, but maybe it's...
So, are you an international student and you want to participate in an activity next to your studies? Then do not hesitate any longer, since there are many suitable activities around you that you can join. And enjoy your time abroad in Groningen.